Did everybody get those? Yes.
Yeah, the one that has
While we're waiting for them, as a reminder, if you were here when I got here, please put +2 by your name. Only if you're in here when I walked in the room. Or make sure you put your +2.
Like I hate making them myself.
It confuses me. What you'll see.
It's easy once you figure it
So
out.
hard to make.
It is hard.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I like such a power. It's like where you like it's like an overview of everything you're gonna talk about, and then you click on one thing, it like
Hey,
zooms
sorry.
in.
Remember when we did our bullying presentation, we had it ready and we don't have the update on here last semester, so we had it plug it up.
That's true.
Sure, I don't know if it'll work.
Oh, is it there now? Good.
It seems to be.
Maybe it upgraded, okay?
Hopefully it did. Good point. I remember that, Morgan. It's cute.
Is that better?
That's fine. All right. Good morning, class. Ready for the final presentation?
Yes,
All
yes.
right, well, I'm Mary Jo Robinson.
I'm Whitney Waller.
I'm Taylor Huncutt, Kristen Barkley.
I'm Kayla Mattingly. And our theorist is Howard Gardner in his theory on multiple intelligences. But first, we're going to go ahead and start off with a little video that we made for his background.
I never noticed that Mary Jo and Taylor look like they could be related.
Yeah. I think it's on the video. Oh, that's okay. But you can take that.
Good morning, class. Today, our speaker is Howard Gardner.
Hello, I'm Howard Gardner. I'm an American psychologist and educator.
Does anyone have any questions for Howard Gardner? Yes, Brittany.
Yeah, so like, what do you do?
Well, since you asked, I used to be an elementary school teacher. I taught piano, wrote 29 books. I was a part of the Project Zero research team, and I'm currently a professor at Harvard, amongst many other things, of course.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah, so like, what's a Harvard?
Okay, now, I have a better question than Brittany. What are your credentials?
Well, I have an AB in social relations and a PhD in social and developmental psychology.
Are there any more questions? Oh, yes, giggles.
Mr. Gardner, since you are an American psychologist, what did you discover?
I founded the 9 multiple intelligences that you will all be learning about today.
All right, and again, this is some of the stuff talked about on his background that was in the video. And on those notes packets that we handed out to y'all, you can jot down a couple stuff on here. And I'll also be talking about a little more stuff about his background. He was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1943. And his original plans was to study history and get a career in law. But that all changed once he started working with normal and gifted children and brain damaged adults to kind of learn how they all learn differently and have different minds. And along with his 29 books that he wrote, there are 32 different languages for his 29 books. Wow. Yeah. 32. Yeah, so very popular. And he, like he said, did the multiple intelligences, which is the study of how different minds possess different ways to learn different things. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the first 3 that are most recognized in school systems and mostly used. And the first one we'll talk about is kinesthetic.
Okay, kinesthetic learners, they are also known as tactile learners. They learn best through physical movement and touch or imitation, and games or building blocks or hands-on activities are best to help these students or people learn.
And then for visual, that's also known as spatial learning, and these students comprehend best by organizing or setting things in order. So if they can see what they're being taught, if the material can be organized into like a chart or a graph, it's better for them to understand when using those. Illustrations help them best.
All right, the next one is verbal, also known as linguistic. This is really for like language arts students. They're really good at this. And if you have the verbal learning skill, you really like to read and write, and you're good at listening and maybe even giving speeches. And you enjoy like language arts stuff. Like y'all know those jokes on popsicle sticks that have like little corny puns on it and all that. Like here, I'll give y'all an example. Here's a joke. Why are calendars so popular?
Why or what?
Calendars.
Because they have a lot of dates.
Yeah, because they have a lot of dates. Dates, like going out on a date. Yeah, so they'll enjoy little fun stuff like that. All right, and then next one is mathematical.
Logical mathematical, also known as Math Smart. These students enjoy working with numbers. They can easily interpret data and analyze abstract patterns, and they have the ability to think in terms of cause and effect. And the next one we have is musical.
Okay, and musical learners, also known as rhythmic learners, they learn best by putting things into songs, rhythms, musical expressions, or patterns. For example, most T students like the ABC song or like songs like that and are able to put these in there. But not only do they learn best by putting things into patterns or songs, they learn best by listening to songs while learning, or either just the nature or things outside, and just hearing things other than just words and talking. And then the next we have naturalists.
Naturalists, also known
interpersonal, sorry.
All right, so interpersonal is mainly dealing with children that can relate things emotionally. If they can personalize it and connect to it, they understand it easier. So if they are to keep a journal while they're doing a lesson, or if they can just relate it to their own life, it helps them understand the lesson easier.
Okay, and interpersonal, these students are very social and people-oriented. They naturally prefer to work with groups or with a partner, and they learn best and can understand the material better if they are being taught through a classroom discussion, or if they can teach the material to other students. And now we have naturalists. Yeah.
And naturalist students, they enjoy working with outside in nature and learning about the environment. They can easily recognize and categorize plants, animals, and rocks in nature, and they excel in finding patterns in nature and in different relationships.
Okay, and then next we have existentialists. And existentialists, they need to know the meaning of like why we're doing this, and these are typically the students that are in the classroom asking, why do we need to know this? What is this for? How am I going to use this in my everyday life? And these learners, usually look to the Bible or other religions to figure it out. And they also like to blog. They learn best by being able to express their opinions and open-mindedness. And now we're going to play a game.
Yeah. All right. Every table should have either two or one object on it that has a number on it. There should be numbers 1 through 9. And y'all are going to talk in groups and try to figure out which object you think would be more appealing to which of the 9 different learnings or influences. And I will draw a number, like if I do number 1, and you'll stand up and say, I have number 1 and what it is, and then tell me how you came back to decision.
And we'll give y'all a few minutes to decide that. Yeah, there's going to be a number on your thing, and whenever we call that number, we want you to explain which one that relates to. And why you think it relates to that.
Oh, we have so the one box goes per.
Yeah, like before is one of the intelligence. You'll say which.
We can pick more than one? Okay.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be
Y'all understand this?
Snake in the box.
If it was, I wouldn't even be in this room.
I saw this vine of the snake, just like this big, and just like a small, and like.
Oh, a video.
Yeah.
I have that. Oh, did it to his face? Yeah.
Oh, so that's not verbal.
We're good, we got it. Alright, who's making?
Because that's the journal.
Oh, no.
I vote Simone, she hasn't been speaking yet.
I didn't get the multiple intelligences test to see what kind of smart am I.
Alright, is everybody?
Is that the multiple intelligences little
Yes.
test?
Did you get one?
Get one what?
A test. Are we supposed to take it yet already?
No, we don't take it yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll explain it to you, unless you figured it out.
We're not.
We'll explain it to you. We'll say that to you, and once you know what different intelligences learn best, then you'll know which one you are, which way you'll learn best.
But we'll talk about that in just a second, okay? So we're gonna start calling numbers, okay?
All right, everyone, figure it out.
And when we call your number, we want you to say like, yeah, stand up and show us your object. Yeah, show the object and like say which one you think it appeals to or goes with, and then explain why you think it goes with that one.
Okay. The first one I drew is number 3. Number 3. Okay, all right.
We have a notepad that says Dear Diary, and we said it is for intrapersonal because you're in touch with your own feelings.
Interpersonal or
Intra.
Okay, sure. Okay, that's great. Good job.
All right. Sorry, we don't have any candy to give out. Good job. Okay, next is number 7.
You have a 7.
That's not up.
Yes.
Wait, I thought there was a number in the box.
There is. That one's with that one.
Y'all had 2. You had 2.
No, we had 2.
Yeah. Oh, we're on 1. Okay, anyway, okay. Wait,
This one? So hold up the picture.
Explain the picture and then tell us which one you did.
Okay. Hold up the picture. You're gonna show it to everybody. Everybody can help out as well.
If you think it's something else.
So they're all working in a group on a computer.
Interpersonal.
Yes. Yes, because they work best in groups and.
So they want to do that?
No, she calls that number. This is too much for Casey, guys. She was spooked by the snake and she hasn't been the same since. So just give her a minute.
The next one is number 5. 5. Awesome.
And we decided that it was verbal because you're reading.
Yeah.
That's right. Good job.
All right. The next one is 4.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because we're working with numbers and reasoning problems.
Next, we have number 2. Right over here.
Headphones, so we said musical. Yay!
Number 9.
Number 9.
Again.
Yay!
It's a little Bible, so we said, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, next 1. Number 1. All right.
A glove and a ball. So kinesthetic is hands-on, literally on your hand.
Number 8.
Number 8.
We have graphs, so we said it was visual because they can organize their material and they can see it in order.
Awesome. Not least,
I know.
number 6.
Yeah, it's a snake and rock.
So we have that back all day.
Is involved.
Yeah.
And we still have a paper, a piece of paper that I printed out, and this is going to be our assessment. And it's going to have a list of questions, and what you're going to do is you're going to follow along also stuff on the question on the back, and you're just gonna follow on in the white box. And if it applies to you, just put a check in the box, okay? Just a check. And then when you get down to the end, you'll follow that column and count all the white boxes in that column and match them up with the very last column. And however many white boxes you have checked for that column, you'll add those up and see how many you are for that one.
We'll walk around.
We'll walk around. Don't check it if it doesn't apply to you, don't check it. But if it does apply to you, check it.
Check the white box.
Check the white box.
Take those and go with those.
I've always done
Instructions, but.
Y'all should first column. Add up how many you did.
I play a sport or digits.
Are you doing yours too?
Yes.
And don't forget to turn it over because I'll have it on the back. That's all.
Do you want to use help? We go down each column.
Yeah, it's linked to this column, you see, and then you add up.
I know, that's what I'm tired.
Yeah, so you have three. See, that's
You just gotta make sure they're doing it right.
Yeah, these are yeah. Add like 1, 2. Just figure out how to do it and then add them up. 3. Yeah, okay, right. Okay.
Are you out up here?
Wow. I am not. I got one. Oh, should mine just write like how many I got, like the numbers? Yeah, right, how many? Oops, sorry. You count up how many were in that column.
Okay, so you just follow.
Because then you'll see which number's the highest, so, and sometimes, like, I had 4 for 3 of them. I think mine was like verbal, interpersonal, and then one more. I had 4 for all of them.
And mine turned out just like I expected it to.
There's that Chick-fil-A coming out again. It's really awkward.
Do you work at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I can tell, because she said, yes, you said my pleasure.
It's just the top now. It gets really awkward when you open a door for some random person and you say my pleasure. It's like actually like you're strange.
I should have given away Chick-fil-A biscuits right now. Yeah. Some chicken minis. No, just play.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So did everybody come grab it? Everybody cut it up? It's okay if you're not done. We're just gonna call on a few people that are done to see. Just to talk about it. All right, what are you? I am interpersonal. All right, and what does that mean to be interpersonal? That's social. It's social. And so what kind of career do you think you could be? Well, I want to be a teacher. Yeah, very good. Does anybody else want to say theirs?
I got logical, mathematical, and musical.
Okay, and so what kind of career do you think could apply to you?
I hope a teacher. Oh, yeah.
Elementary school teacher.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, I like both of those things. That could be like music teacher, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Different things like that, yeah.
Okay, does anybody else want to tell theirs?
I was bodily and kinesthetic.
Yeah.
Baseball coach.
No, I was almost linguistic, thank you very much.
Okay.
Baseball coach. Yeah, that's what you are. That works.
Makes sense.
Do you want to?
I'm till, I did mine.
You're all of them?
Not all of them.
She's a lot of them. Yeah. I'm linguistic and interpersonal, which doesn't surprise me. So that's me.
All right, well, do you want to share real quick?
I was saying, I have linguistic and musical.
Okay.
I thought she said linguistic and beautiful. I'm like, that wasn't even one. Yes, you are, but somebody's feeling themselves today.
We're done. What are you, Harley?
I am interpersonal, imagine that, and
Yay for Harley.
Are the two of you related? You look so much alike. I just realized that today. Don't they? Is it just me? Or do they